Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm filming this massive Ram 2500 Crew Cab Limited, but let's take a look under the hood here of the 2500. This has the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel. It's an inline six. It makes 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 6-speed automatic. If you go for the 6.4 liter Hemi, that's paired with an 8-speed automatic. As distance sits, it weighs 8,022 pounds. And you can tow 19,680 pounds with a payload of 3,100 pounds. The EPA does not rate the actual fuel economy for these heavy-duty pickup trucks, but on the trip computer, I was averaging around 17.7 miles to the gallon. So if you're a conservative driver, you will get really good fuel economy numbers. But closing the hood here, this hood is massive. As you guys can see, I'm only 5'8". But closing the hood here, in this black diamond exterior color here, there's some chrome accent throughout the vehicle. There's your Ram badge, which is here with a front-facing camera. These headlights are going to be a full LED with the automatic low and high beam LED daytime running light with an LED turn signal. Looking at the lower part of your bumper, these are going to be an LED fog light with front parking sensors with these massive chrome tow hooks here. But I want you guys to comment down below, what do you guys think about the front exterior design of the Ram 2500? Looking at the side profile of the Ram 2500, starting off with these tires and wheels. These are a 285/60 width tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. And these are Firestone tires. There's this 2500 heavy duty badge here, your Cummins turbo diesel badge, your Ram and your limited badge, which is here, these massive tow haul mirrors. The wheelbase for the 2500 is 149 inches with an overall length of 238.8 inches. Looking at the fuel cap opener, there's this DEF fluid. So basically that stands for your diesel exhaust fluid. Like I mentioned with the 1500 Eco Diesel, so every 10,000 or basically every oil change, the dealership will switch the fluids out for you so you can basically keep trucking along. And my Tesla has the 5.5 foot bed with the Ram boxes here. But let's look at the rear of the Ram 2500. At the rear of the 2500, looking at these taillights, are going to be a full LED design. Their blind spot monitor is going to be integrated into the actual taillight housing. There's some badging back here, your 4x4, your Ram emblem, and your limited badge. Full LED lights for your tag. Your pin and tow connector is going to be here. Your tow hitch receiver is going to be down here. Rear parking sensors. I see why Ram put rear parking sensors because this vehicle is massive. Underneath here, there's the single exhaust tip with a spare tire. Open up the cargo back here of the tailgate. There's going to be a spray-on bed, which is a $495 option for the spray-on bed. And there's this tonneau cover here. You just flop it up like that. And the Ram boxes does cut into the actual cargo back here. Just in case you're short, like myself, I'm only 5'8". Ram does give you this side step here. You can just kick it underneath, from underneath the truck. You can drop whatever you want into the bed of the truck back here. But let's hop into the interior of the Ram 2500. So I'm sitting inside the interior of the 2500. I showed you guys this interior of the Ram 1500, but looking here at the interior of the 2500, it looks exactly like the Ram 1500. But looking here at the door panel, there's this soft touch material with the stitching, this dark chrome door handle here. 2-person memory seat. It is 1 touch up, 1 touch down for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear. I like the door panel here with this wood-like trim. There's this stitching here. You're gonna see this throughout the truck. A nice area here to rest your elbows. Additional storage here. 2 cup holders down here with more storage. My Tesla has the Harman and Kardon sound system, which sounds pretty good. Your headlight controls are gonna be here. Your dimmer switches, a traditional emergency parking brake there, and to release it, there's this handle here. Adjustable pedals, and the steering wheel only has a tilt function. But closing the door here, there's this grab handle. My Tesla has running boards just in case you're short like myself. I'm only 5'8". On the upper part of your dashboard here, some nice leather material with more stitching. Additional storage here. Like I mentioned, my Tesla has the Harman and Kardon sound system, which sounds pretty good. But to start up the 2500, just put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button here. You will hear that 6.7 liter Cummins diesel come to life. The gauges will do a nice sweep. There's this LCD display just like in the Ram 1500. Looking here on the left really quick, there's this DEF, which stands for diesel exhaust fluid. So every 10,000 miles or every oil change, you would basically change the DEF fluid, or the dealership would change that for you. You can cycle through this LCD display here with a click of this button, which shows you your screen setup, your messages when you have your phone connected, audio source when your phone's connected, shows you whatever you're listening to, your trailer tow, your trip information. I was averaging around 17.7 miles to the gallon, and the EPA does not rate actual fuel economy for these big heavy duty trucks. But putting the 2500 into reverse here, and yes, my Tesla has a column shifter, a top down 360 view, with a nice backup camera resolution, trajectory with distance markers. You have different camera views here. This is a wide mode, the front-facing camera. Looking down here for your seat controls, heated and ventilated seats with a heated steering wheel. Putting the 2500 back into park. I like the steering wheel here. I like the stitching here, that more like that wood like trim there, nice leather here on the sides. Looking down here, there's your trailer brake control, your exhaust fluid. You can turn that on or off or have it automatic. There's a tow haul mode, front and rear parking sensors. Looking down here, there's some connectivity for your phone. There's USB-Cs, a USB port, and aux. You can rest your phone here when you have it connected. It's a household outlet. I showed you guys this key fob before. It's actually the same key fob on the Ram 1500. There's an unlock, lock. You can lower down the tailgate back there, and a remote start mode, and a panic button. Nice sturdy key. You have more of that dark light chrome that's in this interior, actually on the key fob here. You can slide this center console here forward and back. There's 2 cup holders. It fits this bottle of water just fine. And this up here, there's additional storage. It fits my wallet, my sunglasses just fine as well. More of that wood-like trim. Looking here on the top of the center console, there's this limited badge to signify what trim level you have. There's more of that stitching like I mentioned on the door panel. There's a 2-level storage with a USB port in there. Looking down here, there's some more deep storage. You probably put a laptop or a small purse, but it has a lot of storage here in the center console. My Tesla has the 12-inch Uconnect system. I showed you guys the system plenty of times before. Very fast navigation, so TomTom navigation. I wish when I connect my Apple CarPlay, I wish it takes up the full screen, but it doesn't. It just takes up the top portion here. But you have some controls down here for your media, your comfort, navigation, your phone. And like I mentioned, the Uconnect system is a really good system. Looking over here really quick, this is your 4 high, your 4 low, and your 2-wheel drive system in a neutral mode there. Looking here, there's this limited badge here on the top of this glove box. Here is a 2-level glove box. It's damped and it's lined with felt. The glove box down here is damped and lined with felt as well. It's a decent sized glove box, just in case you want to have a little bit more storage. The seats in here are very comfortable. They hold you in place, but they're made for wider frame Americans. And above me, my Tester is missing a panoramic sunroof, but there are some controls up here to lower down that bed. LED lights throughout the whole entire cabin. You can open and close that rear glass back there with the click of a button here. 3-car garage remote, which is going to be here on the actual visors. But overall, the interior here is nice, a tech-rich cabin, nice materials. But let's hop into the back seat of the 2500. So to get into the back seat of this massive Ram 2500, my Tesla has these running boards with this grab handle, so short people like myself can get inside this massive truck. But get inside the 2500 here, Ram says you get around 40.2 inches of legroom. We're closing the door. The materials back here are going to be nice, just like in the front seats. So Ram didn't cheap out when it came to putting the materials into the actual back seats. But in the 1500 that I reviewed, you get around 45.2 inches of legroom, so you get 5 more inches of legroom. With this being the crew cab model, I'm surprised to see that you don't get the same amount of legroom that you get in the actual 1500. There's some cup holders here with rear air vents, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USB ports, 3-level heated seats. My Tesla, unfortunately, is missing the actual cool seats. There's a spot here where Ram can put cool seats just in case they didn't offer cool seats. There's a household outlet here, and unfortunately the floor back here is not flat, but there's 2 mat pockets, and my Tesla is missing the panoramic sunroof, but there is some LED light throughout this cabin. Pulling this armrest down here, there's 2 cup holders, also 2 more cup holders down here. Lifting up this floor here, this chair, you can pull these little plastic dividers out to have basically a flat floor. Also, when you lift this seat up, basically a low floor back here to put some additional storage, just in case you don't want to put nothing in the actual bed of the truck. So start off in the 2020 Ram 2500. My Tesla has the 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel. It makes 370 horsepower, 850 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with a 6-speed automatic. If you go for the 6.4 liter Hemi, that has an 8-speed automatic. I'm gonna do a slight acceleration really quick. Honestly, this is the biggest truck I ever drove on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna brake torque it. Initially, I really don't feel the low end torque, honestly. So they say this makes 850 pound-feet of torque. And the brakes are really squishy, so you have to really press down on them hard. The EPA doesn't rate the actual fuel economy for the heavy-duty trucks. I was averaging around 17.7 miles to the gallon, so you have to be a really conservative driver if you're trying to get really good fuel economy numbers. This truck is really big, even with the 6-speed automatic. It shifts just fine, but honestly, I'd probably go for the 8-speed just because you get 2 more additional gears. And a lot of people buy these trucks to do heavy duty towing, and I'm in this neighborhood here, and this truck could barely fit through the medians where I normally do my test drives at. Honestly, this is a really big truck, and these side mirrors have great visibility because they're so massive. They do have blind spot monitoring. This does have the limited level 1 equipment group, so that rolls in the lane keep assist, the blind spot monitoring with a forward collision warning. So it does have a lot of safety tech, but you have to pay for that $3,400 package to get the driver's assistance. And honestly, with this having the Cummins turbo diesel, I don't really hear the diesel that much. I do hear a little bit of cladding and whatnot, but it's not that much. But it goes over the bumps just fine. You know, like I said plenty of times before, Miami doesn't have the best roads here. I'm gonna just hit the accelerator really quick. Oh, I lied back there. I thought I didn't feel the 850 pound-feet of torque, but I do feel it now. It does shove you in the back of the seat, but it's not brutal like a Tesla or anything like that, but you do feel the pound-feet of torque. But this is a massive truck, and the people that buy these trucks, you can't go to the mall and park in the garage because the truck is too big, it won't fit, so you have to leave it outside on the curb. And most people have garages, and honestly, if you have a long garage and it's wide, this truck could fit in there. But you have a narrow garage, honestly, this truck ain't that narrow. This truck is really wide across. You can fit 3 average-sized adults in the back, and Ram says you get around 40 inches of legroom, but the 1500 you get 45 inches of legroom. So I'm kind of surprised at how they did the actual legroom numbers, because this is a crew cab just like the 1500 is a crew cab as well. So I'm not sure how they did the packaging for that rear legroom. But this truck is really quiet. Like I mentioned, you do hear a little bit of clatter from the 6.7 liter diesel. But this truck rides really smooth. Just cruising through this neighborhood, honestly, is like at low speeds. Like this thing really excels at low speed driving, in my honest opinion. Maybe on highway speeds, you'll hear a lot of wind noise because this truck is gonna have an air efficiency as a brick. And I think my Tesla has active grille shutters, so this truck is big in general, and I can barely fit on these narrow roads. Honestly, this truck, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, this truck is really big. But I can drive anything because that's what drivers do, you know what I mean? No matter if it's big, small, little, whatever. If you can drive anything. But it's just so funny to me, like I'm like 5'8", and most people that have these trucks are nowhere near my height. They're like 6 feet and over. So if you guys see a small person driving this big old truck, I think it's so funny because this truck is so large. But honestly, put your foot down here. That's when you feel the torque. Honestly, you have to put your foot down just to feel the torque. But I think Ford or Ram, one of those for 1,000 pound-feet of torque. So I have to see which one offers that. But I think it's going to be the Ram. I think Ram offers 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Chevy is still at 910 pound-feet of torque. They still have the Duramax diesel. But overall, I'm really impressed with the driving dynamics of this big old rig. After spending time with the 2500, as you guys see behind me, this truck is massive like I mentioned in the video. My Tesla has a luxurious and tech-rich cabin. So how much does a 2500 cost? Starting price for my Tesla is $64,650. My Tesla has some optional equipment which rolls in a 6.7 liter Cummins turbo diesel engine, which is around $9,100. My Tesla also has a limited level 1 equipment group, which is $3,400. That has the lane keep assist, the forward collision warning. My Tesla stick is for a grand total of $80,980. I'd like to give a special thanks to Dadeland, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram for providing me with the 2500. If you're on the market for a 2500, you can come to Dadeland, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. And I hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview on the 2500 here. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews. And please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll catch you all in the next video.